Hello and a very warm welcome to you all. Today I'm working on a larch which had been very badly styled by a shop in Liverpool, and the full story is in the video. And if you're visiting, then please consider subscribing, and if you have already subscribed, then hit the bell to get notifications of all my future uploads. This is Iqbal Khan, and we're looking at another one of my larches. It's a pretty messed up tree, this one. I've had it for a number of years. I haven't done anything to it, and it's been sitting on the benches for a number of years, I think about 3 or 4 years. And the story behind this tree is that I acquired it from a guy up in Liverpool, apparently he used to work in a bonsai shop in Liverpool, and the shop was struggling, and towards the end his boss paid him in trees and he put them up for sale, and I acquired I think 5 or 6 trees, and this is one of them. They're all pretty messed up, and no wonder the shop went out of business. I've never seen anything like it. You don't see branches like this in nature, so I'm going to have to do something drastic to this tree. Well, I'll try and do the best I can with the material that I have. But the branches are pretty messed up. If you look at this one, it's been all twisted, and so it's up and then down and then up again. And that process has been repeated with all the branches. Apex is very, very top heavy. All the branches have been twisted to the side. I am going to be quite harsh with this tree, and so it's going to be very, very drastic sort of pruning, and with a view to bringing the tree back to some sort of normality. I'm going to cut this back. We'll do it probably in 2 or 3 stages, and just to be on the safe side. This is going to be quite a drastic prune, this branch. I'm going to cut it to about here. I'm going to cut it to about here, and then wire this down. And same thing with this branch. It's going to be cut to here, or I could even go up here. I think I'm going to go right up here. Let's take it off in 2 stages. That's stage 1, and stage 2 would be to go a bit higher and cut it here. I think I'm going to do that because this doesn't look right. It's still that big bend is there. So now looking at this one, I'm going to remove this from here where it starts to come down. There. We'll do a sort of first cut, and then we'll come back again, and let's gradually work to the top, and then decide what else needs to be cut. On this one, we'll remove this branch from here where it's turning down, and we'll come back to that shortly. Just working my way up. We need to do something drastic with the top, and I'm going to remove this side completely. This is coming off. These branches are going to come off, and we'll have very little left up top, but that's the way it's got to be. I'm going to do it in stages. And now I'm going to remove this one as well. It's very twisted and messed up, so it's very, very thick. Right, there we are. So that's that. And now I'm going to remove this bit here. Right, clean up that. Having done that, I'm not quite sure whether this is where I want the apex to be, but we'll see. This could be brought up. I could wire it and bring it round. We'll see. I'll probably wire this and bring it round and see how that fares, and also make this cut at more of an angle to maintain taper. I think we'll wire this up, and but before that we'll remove all these dead cones. They're dried and dead, so I should have removed them earlier. They can be left on, but I prefer, for sake of tidiness, to have them completely off so we can see where we are going with the tree. I'm looking at the tree, and I'm looking at these 4 branches here, and we are forming 2 T-bars. So 2 of these branches have to come off, and so I'm going to take the 2 off which are too close to each other. So I think this branch and this branch should come off, so then there's a bit more of a distance between that branch and that branch. These 2 are in between this branch here and this branch here. So I'm going to remove these 2, and so without further ado, we'll simply go ahead and do that. Right, that's off. So the other one that's going to come off is this one here, as it is too close to that. And so we'll tidy these up, and also apply a bit of a wound paste. I don't think these trees need it, but these cuts are too big. So to be on the safe side, I'm going to do it. Now that it's cleaned up and I can see what's going on, also I have an idea as to where the front could be. Just tidy up these cuts a little bit more, so make them absolutely straight, or better still, use a concave cutter, so when they heal, it's more of it heals over the cut, and we don't end up with a bulb it's sticking out. Right, okay, so I've gone in and done that. That's a bit better. I'll be wiring it. It's October now, so it's coming up to sort of time that one would wire the trees. So we'll have a go with the wiring today, and try to position the apex and a couple of the branches. Slight adjustment there. So continue with the tidying up, shortening of these new leggy sort of branches. Well, that was part 1 of restyling of a badly styled larch. It shows how not to bonsai. It was horrible what had been done to the tree. And for those of you who are new and visiting, please consider subscribing. And if you have already subscribed, then hit the bell next to the subscribe button, so that you will get notifications of all my future uploads and you will not miss anything. And now for the afterthought. I bought this pair of shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he had laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. You dig?